I got one hole is a keeper, two holes in that visa, three holes when I read up and I'm kicked back in my feet. What's up? What's up? Tell a hoe, tell a hoe, tell a hoe.
All right, thank you, and welcome to Informal Hype. And we got Minneapolis on Sick, Still Real.
What's going on? What's up? Still Real on this BI.
All right, and I want to thank you for coming such on the late notice. I definitely appreciate that. So we're gonna jump right into it. Where exactly is it? Are you from?
Hey, I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas, but I came up here when I was first born. So I'm from 36 in Fremont area, North Side, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay. So what made you start rapping?
You know what? I started rapping just because I used to listen to music a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, old school music a lot, and I started off just recording myself repeating songs that I like.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I might as well start making my own, so I started making my own, but I didn't really take it serious.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I realized I had some good talent, and people, you know, kept telling me that you better do something serious with it, so I kind of, you know, started doing it, taking it serious.
Yeah. So how long do you think that, you know, you've been rapping? 10 years, 15?
I've been rapping taking it serious since 2008, so I say 10 years seriously, but before that, because I got albums I done dropped and was producing since 2000 and 2002, so.
What type of inspirations did you have? I know you said that you used to record other people's music, so who was it that you was listening to back in the days?
I was listening to, you know, Yuck Mouth, I was listening to T Nutty, I was listening to Tupac, I was listening to, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, underground, you know.
Yeah.
You can go back to Eazy-E, you know, stuff like that, you know. I was even listening to a little Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? I was listening to all types of stuff, you know. Yeah.
Anybody in Minneapolis that you was inspired by?
With music?
Yeah.
Period. Prince. You already know Prince. Yeah, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, RL.
Yeah.
Especially RL and them, because they was from the neighborhood I was from, or, you know, North Side.
Yeah.
And we knew they people from growing up with them in the neighborhood. So to see them doing their thing, you know, inspired me. Like, you know, that's definitely something that can realistically happen from the area where we from.
Yeah. So you don't only do music. I know you got a shop, don't you?
Yeah, One Stop Shop, Minnesota.
Okay. And where's that located at?
It's located on, actually, this is the 4th location. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah, you know, God is good. But it's located on 2825 Johnson Street, Northeast, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the 2nd location that was in Minnesota. The other one was on 516 Laurie, Northeast. So, yeah.
Okay. So where did the name Still Real come from? Where did that? What was
Still
inspired by
Real.
that?
Still Real came from, I was just doodling some things down on paper, you know, with one of my artists that I was working with before, which is Hot Dealer. And I came up with this SR, and I kind of like how they go together. I'm an artistic individual, you know, always been an artistic individual. Yeah. So I started doodling the S and the R together, and, you know, I liked how it looked. So after a while, I just set it to the side. But 2 years later, I came back over, like, I want to do something with that, make that my record label logo. So I tried to think of something that, you know, went with SR, and I came up with Still Real. So I was like, you know, what can I make a logo inside of here to look like Still Real?
Yeah.
I had a Minnesota sign, but I was like, hey, what if I got artists from different
states?
Yeah, they ain't gonna want this. So after a while, I started seeing that I can do this a lot when I'm taking pictures and stuff like that. You know, I just do it a lot. You know, I ain't really a b-boy thing. I just be like this, you know. So I looked at a lot of pictures, and I put a picture behind it. I was like, man, that'd be tight. You know, what else could I represent than being Still Real as myself? Because I feel like I'm still real, like I'm always gonna be real, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, Still Real for.
Okay, well that's dope.
Yeah.
So what type of challenges have you faced by being an up and coming artist in Minneapolis, Minnesota?
I would say a lot of people knowing the business and taking the business serious, or even people that know the business here, they could help you learn the business and put you in better predicaments and better situations. Besides that, radio stations, you know, and besides that, my own personal issues and problems that I be here dealing with, you know, from you know, my ups and downs.
Yeah. So you got ties in not only in Minneapolis, I know that. Like you kind of in a couple different other states. Where exactly?
I be everywhere. They call me Mr. Everywhere. You're never there. You know, go check out the video on YouTube. You know what I mean? I got ties automatically from where I'm from, Kansas. You know, I threw some tours back and forth with a bunch of artists in Minnesota. I brought out there for tour, You know, we did some shows, got paid for it and stuff like that. But also I got ties in Iowa from people that I know down there is into Drake relays and stuff like that. I got people from you know, Dallas. I got people from Arizona. I used to stay out in Arizona, so I got people in Arizona. I got people everywhere, really. You know what I mean? I mean, all the way in Germany, if you really want to be, you know, go in detail. You know, have people that I can actually connect with, call on, and I can go pop up on it if I want to. You know, and they do music or in the business.
So I actually was just having a conversation with somebody about how we really in Minneapolis ain't got nobody, no artist or no rapper who has blown.
Right.
Like really, that's right now that's hot on the market. Do you?
Right.
What would you think would be the reason on why nobody in Minneapolis has actually blown and one of the hottest niggas out right now? I mean, we got some decent talent here, but is it the crabs in the bucket? Is it the niggas hating? Is it the no support? Is it the DJs?
Yeah, I don't even call it crabs, I call it snakes in the bucket, but that's one of the things that I believe is the problem. I think when it all boils down to it boils down to business, and it boils down to structure, and you know, because anybody that's gonna make it in the industry has to have a team, and if the team members don't know how to play their position, they'll never be able to do anything. Right, they'll never succeed, you know, and one person can't do it all, you know, and anything else of a person getting on, I think, is spirit of the moment, strike of the, you know, match, luck, you know what I mean, you know, whatever fate that they had to get on, you know, because there's a lot of people talented around this world, but a lot of people that you hear get on from any other state, they usually get signed by just walking up to Lil Wayne's window or bumping in past with these people. It ain't really about, you know, they was going hard and posting videos and doing shows and, you know, all that stuff, you know, and I think the people behind the scenes like RL Nam and all that stuff, they was doing business. And, you know, they was working as a team and got themselves in a good position. You know?
You think it got anything to do over, like, popularity? You got a lot of niggas who are popular, who are low-key whack-ass rappers. And then you got good niggas who are dope as hell, who ain't as popular.
Right. You ain't lying. Well, I mean, you know, there's definitely people that got money, you know, they can do a lot of stuff and, you know, what I call, you know, be fraud with it, you know what I mean? They can actually, you know, act like they want to rap because everybody want to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, even if you listen to rap, you want to be a rapper. So when people got money, they know how easy it is with these engineers out here to make them sound good and put them, you know, put their money in they you know, invest their money in their music so they can be seen more, you know, and do more things. They got jewelry and, you know, look good and throw shows, you know. So, you know, as far as artists that don't have them options, you know, they, you know, kind of stuck doing the same thing, you know, and they invest in their time and their money, and it comes down to people not having investors. It's a part of a team, because every artist, you know, even if you're hot, you're going to have somebody to put some money behind you or put some time behind you, because an artist has to be an artist, you know what I mean? You can't be worrying about trying to get some money and work a job and all that. He's trying to be an artist, you know what I mean? So for him to flourish the way he should flourish as an artist, you know what I mean? And I think places like Atlanta and musical states, you know, like down south and, you know, on the West Coast and somewhere on the East Coast, they're used to this, so it's easier for them, especially in Atlanta. That's the way they raise, you know what I'm saying? They raise in the music, you know, type of era. So that's the way.
And I feel like you is kind of OG in the game, especially in Minneapolis. Like a lot of, I feel like, you know, about 2012, 2013, that's when a lot of niggas started rapping, or even 2015, 16. Do you think that there's any type of ties with rappers and their demises? Like niggas is dying left and right. Rappers.
Right.
Like you don't see a lot of R&B singers just fucking getting knocked off. And what do you think that it is that's tied to niggas' demise in rapping?
And not talking about locally, you're talking about national.
I'm talking about nationwide and local too.
I think it's all business when it comes down to it. You know, people be talking about the Illuminati and all that stuff, but you know, it depends on how you look at it. Shit's real. You know what I mean? When it comes to billions and $1 million, you know, investing into artists, if he don't do what they want them to do, then you know they're gonna deal with them accordingly or play their chess game. You know what I mean? So you know, I think that's the reason why a lot of artists get killed and sent to jail. And you never know what the artist going through. They might just pull up and snatch an artist up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
talking about he went to jail. You never know if he went to jail. He probably went to one of their camps and, you know, had to do what he's supposed to do. But that's the more, you know, that's a whole nother stuff. But I really think it comes down to business. When it's business, like 300 Entertainment, they invest in the artist, they invest all this money. So if he out here and don't listen and doing all this stuff, and they know he's a valuable asset to their business, and like people that's been in the game for years, like Chris Brown and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If they don't do what he do, then they're messing up their money. You know what I'm saying? What if happened if he, says forget us and don't make any more music? We're gonna have to do something to make him do some more music. So I think it all comes down to that. And besides that, rappers, really being about what they rap about nowadays.
Right.
So you get to rapping about people's dead homies and all that stuff, and
you have to live up to it.
Yeah, it's gonna really happen. So you got to be careful when you do stuff like that, because that don't go nowhere. Like making videos and putting people's names and tracks and talk about dead homies, because niggas gotta pay for that. So people usually put themselves in a predicament, especially when they're rapping about it, want to live it.
Yeah.
So
have you yourself ever been in like any type of rap beefs, any type of rap?
Yeah, I've been in all type of rap beef, you know what I'm saying? I think it comes with the territory, you know what I mean? Everybody want to take your position when you in this rap game. It don't matter if you're local or you're national, you know what I'm saying? And, around 2008, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was winning trophies at the Minnesota Hip Hop Awards. Shout out to, the Minnesota Hip Hop Awards and David Powell. I was winning a lot of awards, and I was doing a lot of stuff. I was lit at the time, and I had a lot of time to do music. And I told myself I was gonna take the music serious, so I started really going hard with the music. So a lot of people was mad that I didn't want to do songs with them and stuff like that. And I'm a real what you want to call it? I'm a friendly type person. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dealing with people, because I don't want to be that type of stuck up artist. You know what I'm saying? So I usually talk to people on the phone and all that stuff, and they take that a little bit more, personal. They can always just call me up, hey man, come do this, and I try to tell them, politely a few ways and stuff, and they never get it, so they keep coming and doing the same thing, and they get disrespectful, and they get and I'm not the type of person to play around no games, so I take things serious. So, a couple situations that, aroused, and I did get in a couple situations with beef stuff, because I originally look at it like I'm really not no rapper. I'm a real nigga rapping. That's how I feel, because I'm not really, I really looked at it like I wanted to rap. I wanted to, just, make music, and I wanted to put like my words and real life. What would entice me or excited me was being able to put my life in words and on a beat, like it was like a challenge, like a crossword puzzle. So that excited me, and then when you get to doing stuff like that, a crossword puzzle, you get like addicted to it. You know what I mean? So. And then when I'm in it, like I'm in it now, so I just take it serious.
So what do you do when you're not rapping? Like what is every day for you?
I'm either with my family or I'm with my kids or working. I don't really I'm not a sit around type of dude. It's hard for me to watch TV or play a game or something like that. I'm usually with the family trying to enjoy something timeless or working, trying to increase my capital or something.
So moving forward, what is it that we should expect from you? Is it just gonna be like the business side of things, or is it gonna be music, or is it gonna be both?
I don't want to. I want to say you don't know what to expect from me. I like it that way. I just go with the flow. When I say that, it's like I do all types of stuff. So when I get a great idea, I just jump on it and start doing it. You know what I'm saying? I throw on award shows, I throw on tours. I put together calendars, had models. I I've done all types of stuff. And then when it comes to like I said, with business and music, that's something different for artists from the local scene to do. It's just different stuff. I want to do a lot of things for the kids, especially for the kids, because that's what it all resolves down to for me. It goes back to family, for my kids and everybody else's kids. I want to, do a couple of nonprofit organizations I already got put together. I got a book I wrote called Ingredients to God's Recipe, and it's basically sermons and stuff teaching the kids about the youth, I want to say. And I think the youth is anybody that feels they don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? And I try to just kind of let them understand the Bible and, the way I read the Bible and stuff, and I help them in their normal life, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, especially the children out here, because I think the children out here nowadays need something spiritual to look up to and realize, exactly, and know what the truth is. So, so that's what, expecting me. You never know what's expecting me. It's always something new.
Yeah. So is there any new hip hop artists that you're listening to now?
Man, I'm on Kodak Black. I just started getting on, Gunna, but I don't really like to listen to a lot of people too much, and I like to listen to all new music. I don't like to listen to repetitive music like you heard on the radio. I like to listen to something new, and so I'm trying to decipher like who's really talking about what they live in, because that's the interesting part. That's why I like Tupac and Boosie's and people like that, because they was telling about what they was doing and what they was going through in real life situations. It's interesting, you know what I mean? So I be trying to decipher everybody's rap, you know what I mean, nowadays. But a lot of rap now is cool to listen to because it's fun and it sounds good, you know what I mean? So I listen to a lot of rappers, Rich the Kid, Trippie Redd, I'm not too much up on a lot of new underground rappers, you know what I'm saying? But I listen to almost anybody, in the rap game, but I'm big on the rappers that really rap.
That was actually going to be my next question was there anybody who was underground? So what about anybody in Minneapolis? Do you listen to anybody that's from here that's currently rapping?
Yeah, I listen to, I used to be one of those artists to listen to a lot of anybody because I wanted to hear what everybody had to say around here, I'm a lot into my own music, right now because I'm building my catalog, but I do be listening to a lot of people on my playlist. I got Kush 2 Times in there. What is it? It's Trap. Like yeah, I got Fetty on there on repeat. I got a lot of DB the Rasta. I listen to Mo Man. I listen to R&B artists too. I listen to Remedy. Sometimes I listen to Cocaine Kari. That's when our artist that's we collided with. You know what I'm saying? Through my partner. She's doing her thing. But yeah, she's hard. Cocaine Kari.
Yeah, I know she just performed at the not Lil Baby, but the what is his name? Herbo. She performed at Herbo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that was dope. I seen her perform there.
Shout out Card.
Yeah, she's nice. So I mean, I guess moving forward, like, is there any more music that you're dropping?
Yeah, I got all types of music dropping. I just dropped this 1111 album. You know what I mean? I was I felt like at a time like this now, in the days where it's a lot of political stuff going on, especially a lot of racist stuff going on with cops killing black folks for innocent reasons, and the mass incarceration and stuff like that. I felt like if you was an artist at all, whether you local or you national, it's time to speak up on some of the stuff that's going on, you know what I mean? Especially when you got a voice, and a lot of people just got, ears on what you're dropping and you're listening. I mean, you're making music too. So, when you got, even if you got 100 people that listen to your music a day on SoundCloud, that's 100 people that can be listening to your message. So at least say something, you know what I mean? Don't keep, I know we like to make music about what we do and all that stuff, and it's cool, but at least say something about what's going on. So I dropped that album 1111. And it's just 4 tracks on there, and it's called 111 because it's a real spiritual album, based off 111, so, I dropped that. But no other music besides that, I got Still Real Life I'm dropping. It's basically the music I've been I've been dropping, music that's, people like to hear, I got another album I'm dropping called Still Real. I just keep it all still real too, and I got an All Facts No Fiction mixtape dropping 3. That's one of those albums or mixtapes. I call it a mixtape, but it's a quick tape. I just dropped at least 6 tracks remix, because I don't like to remix music that much no more, but I know it's necessary in the game. So I call it All Facts No Fiction because I wanted to make a mixtape, where I'm talking about real situations that I'm going through, word for word, people, names, situations, exact situations, because like I said, I like to hear a rapper that's talking about what he really going through, and I want to be one of them artists who be like, dang, you rapped about that, and you really did that, and that's the day on that date, you know what I'm saying? So I dropped that'll be my 3rd installment on that All Facts No Fiction 2. You can catch it on thatpiff.com, All Facts No Fiction 1, All Facts No Fiction 2, So I got that dropping. A lot of videos I got backed up too. Okay. I'm hoarding music. I got a lot of music I'm hoarding, waiting for the right time to drop it,
So I'm doing something different is where I want to start bringing up current events in my interviews with the artists who I'm obviously interviewing. So we got this whole situation that's going on with Gucci, where we boycotting Gucci and things like that. How exactly do you feel about that? That they had the blackface on one of their items, and so everybody is trying to boycott it now. You have Mayweather who said fuck the boycott, and how do you feel about that? If you were in such a high power, what would you do at a time like this? Especially after the things that we're going through with the mass incarceration and with them having us completely, you know what I mean?
Right, I think it's a no-brainer. I wouldn't be rocking no more Gucci. You know, what I mean, point blank period. You know, it goes to a situation where you have even like Jay-Z, you know, saying stop buying Cristal, and you know what I mean. Everybody stopped buying Cristal. You know what I mean. So you know, he even stopped buying Cristal and investing into his own liquor. So he kind of taught people a lesson at the same time. So even we don't need to wear anybody's brand. You know what I mean. We can wear our own brand. You know, we don't need to wear their brand. I know you want to look fly or whatever, but there's a lot more designers, you know, making clothing, but it's pure disrespect. You know, it's blatant what they're trying to do and what they're doing. It's a time and day where it's a lot of racial stuff going on, and it's, you know, it's kind of like coming back nowadays. So, you know, I think all those is premeditated, you know, events that they wanted to do. They wanted to put that up there like that, you know. So
and they robbing.
You know, exactly. They robbing you. They actually taxing for show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's about. But you know, a lot of people with followers too. They want to have the new, you know, Gucci and all that stuff. But I hope we all wake up and, you know, be able to, you know, stop doing stuff like that, you know, and supporting people that's obviously, you know, disrespecting us and stuff like that, you know, because we gotta stand for something, you know.
Well, speaking of that, you got your own clothing line.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's called Still Real Clothing, but you know, I got another clothing line. I got a few clothing lines I ain't really brought to life yet, but yeah, I've been pushing my Still Real clothing line, just pushing my, you know, my label at the same time as also pushing something just sleek, you know, something different, you know, something somebody can have fun wearing.
Yeah, and he also blessed me with a jacket, so I definitely appreciate that. I ain't got no gift in a long time.
Oh yeah, so you know how we do it. We got good gifts, you know. We like to give away gifts at Still Real, you know.
So I want you to let the people know where they can shop with you at, where they can find you at, how they can listen to your music.
Yeah. You can catch all my music on YouTube for sure, but nowadays, you know, we streaming, you know, so you can go on your iTunes or Apple phone, on your our Google, you know, Google Play. Yeah, Google Play. You know, you can go on Amazon. You can go on, you know, you can go on all the social networks and platforms to get whatever I got. I got all my albums on there. Just put in Still Real Records and it'll pop up. All my videos on YouTube, you know, look for it, you know. As far as the merchandise, you can just come to One Stop Shop, Minnesota, or you can, the website's on under construction, but it'll be up soon. You can go on stillrealrecords.com and you can get some of this gear, or you can go to onestopshopminnesota.com and get some of this gear, you know. Or you can catch me in the streets, you know where I'm at. That's why I say I'm at the One Stop Shop some of the time, so you might be able to catch me there. It'll be a line over there, so.
You do custom shit there too, right?
Yep, we do custom shit, you know. So we call it the One Stop Shop because, you know, it's the one stop shop where you can get everything done in one spot. You know, we help you do you. That's a slogan. You know what I'm saying? We help you do you. So you can come in there and get everything done. It was an idea that me and my partner True Blue the Most actually came up with, where you know, where we didn't want to go over here and spend this money to get the CDs, go over here, get the T-shirts, go over here, because they're going to tax you if you keep coming over to different spots. But if you do everything in one spot, you can get everything done in a decent budget. So I thought that would be real resourceful for musicians, up-and-coming artists, and new businesses, you know what I mean? Because it works hand in hand with, you know, those two the most. But, you know, it's been real lucrative and good for me, you know. At the same time, I've been able to help everybody else. That's one of the most things I like about the business, like being able to help people out, you know, and you know, especially people that come in with shirts that they got for a special event or a special memory, or, you know, I like to be able to help them, you know, and make them feel good, you know. You know.
Well, we appreciate
So shout out to everybody who came through and shopped with me at the One Stop Shop, man.
Well, we appreciate that. We need more black businesses in Minneapolis. We need more people like you that's looking to bless the game, looking to bless everybody, touching hands. It's Informal Hype. I'm Nat Roche. You can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube under Informal Hype. And thank you.
Shout out. Appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody. Shout out to 3600, man. You know where I'm from, Fremont, man. It's Frisco, and free everybody in a sticky situation, man. We got to do better.
It's a wrap.
I guess I'm the only one. God made us in His image.